Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Grakowski, your peak performance doctor and creator of the Better Brain Blueprint. You know, there's a lot of myths that we've thought for sometimes centuries that we thought how the world was, and with modern science, they're finding that a lot of these things are not what we expected. You know, they thought that the world was flat back in 1492, then they realized that you wouldn't fall off the edge of the earth. They used to think that the nucleus, the center part of the cell, was the brain of the cell. Then when they did experiments and they took that center part of the cell out, they found that the cell still continued to live. So the outer covering, the receptor sites of a cell, are the most important part of how our cells replicate, how they reproduce themselves in a natural way, or if they actually produce in an unnatural way or more of a cancer. So what they're finding is that a thing called epigenetics, which means your lifestyle and how you adapt to your internal and external environment, is one of the most important things you can do to stay healthy. So in looking at that, think of our body as a cell, and the outer covering our skin is the cell wall. So we take in this information through our senses, just like the cells do. So we see something, we hear something, we smell, we taste, or we feel something. That sends an electrical impulse to our brain, and then there's a response. That response is an electrical and a chemical response in the body that creates some sort of an effect. So if the body is in harmony, it's in this proper vibration, chemically and electrically, it's healthy, it stays healthy. And what they're finding is every cell in the body has a specific vibrational tone. So if it's in that normal vibrational tone, that normal harmony, it's like it's in sync. If it gets out of sync from toxins, from abnormal stresses we put through our own brain and nervous system, from inactivity, decreased oxygen, decreased circulation, and other toxins, it causes the cells to migrate and actually become unhealthy. So one of the most important things you can ever do is look at what we're doing on the inside of our body to set up an environment to stay healthy. So this thing called epigenetics, which means epi means upon, it means that what we do affects our genes. They're finding some interesting things with pregnant women, in that the women that are stressed actually create a different response within the baby. And so it's important during pregnancies to reduce that stress response, because a part of our brain, the hypothalamus and the pituitary, sends a message down to this adrenal gland, and you get adrenaline, you get that fight or flight. If we are fighting something, we are reducing our immune response long term. If we are reducing our immune response, that's where we end up with chronic illness and disease. So the moral to the story here is it's not our genes, it's what we do in our lifestyle that really affects our overall health and wellness. So epigenetics, which means what we're doing on top of what we have been given, is so important for your overall health. So that means moving well, making sure that your body is constantly moving and stimulating the nervous system, that you're reducing toxins so that the cells are not migrating and becoming abnormal, that you're reducing the abnormal negative fear, stresses in the body so that your nervous system is not sending that message to reduce your immune system, and that you're also setting up a vibrational tone within your body so that it's in harmony. Making sure that you have time for meditation or relaxation is so important for your genetics. So today we're talking about epigenetics. That means what you're doing every day. So make sure your Better Brain tip of the week is that you're moving better, thinking better, and eating better, and constantly improving upon that for a longer, healthier life. Until next time, this is Dr. Bob. Have an awesome day.